Hi, thank you for tuning in. So in this video, I'm gonna just give you a walkthrough on how to create face detection using OpenVINO and a library that I've been constantly working on, trying to leverage some of the model implementation because I found that it was cumbersome creating a new project every time. So I decided to create a Python library called PyVino utils, which I will also showcase in this video. And yeah, without wasting time, let's dig in. So as I said, today we're gonna be creating a face detection application which uses OpenVINO, and I already have OpenVINO running in a Docker image, and we're gonna be utilizing that Docker image. So yeah, let's dig in. First, obviously, create cd into that new directory. We need to create a Docker file and also my main file, which I will use. And yeah, open Sublime text. Where's my Sublime text? Okay, so in my Sublime text, I already have an image. Yeah, OpenVINO, and I need to run pip install that library I mentioned. And library, it's PyVino utils. Right, sharp. And for my main, I'm just gonna import argpass because I need to pass arguments on my terminal. And from the library, we're gonna be using the detection class. So yeah, in models, we're using the detection models and importing face detection. So argparser, which doesn't take any arguments now, and our main function, which takes an args main, and args, and then argparser, and pass in the args. Right, cool. So as I said, in here I'm gonna create my arguments, argparser. I've already have them before, so I'm just gonna copy and paste for the sake of the video. So as you can see, this is just a simple OpenVINO based face detection running on a CPU. And in one of the arguments, I have an input which can be a video, an image. Yes, and this is required. And then my model, face detection model with no extensions, as we know that Intel OpenVINO 2 file from your own model, which is intermediate representations, which will be an XML file and .bin, but in this case we just want the name without any extension. And just for fun and giggles, we want to show a bounding box, and this will be false in the by default. So yeah, let's dig in. So for our main function, one thing I forgot here, we're gonna need to import the input feeder for dealing with the input. We're gonna need to create two objects, which is input feed, and this uses input feeder class, which is found in the PyVino, and in the input feed we assign it the args input, right? And then we need face detector. Create a face detector, which is face detection class. which takes in the model name, and as we said in the args, we pass in the model name, and also input feed, because we're gonna need to determine the width and the height of the stream or the video or the image. So that's why. So once we've instantiated both our objects, the input feed and the face detector, we will need to iterate over all the frames that we are reading from the input feed, and in order to do this we have to iterate and grab a frame in the input feed dot next frame. So this will grab frames as they come along, and I usually pass in progress false so that I don't see the TQDM progress bar. So for the output, this is going to be the face detection inference results, and this is pretty much that face detector that we defined up there, and we need to predict if there is a face. In order to do that, we need to pass in the frame, so we predicting if this frame has a particular face. If it does, then all the output will be placed into the face detection inference results. And for the sake of this, we want to see the bounding box around the face, so we pass in that args show bounding blocks, and if the args show bounding blocks is true, then our input feed needs to show the current frame. So yeah, and then when we're done, we just need to stop the feed, close the feed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So just a recap, we needed to import, so pretty much this is the whole main program without the need of arguments and stuff. So just a few lines of code, you're able to get a face detection done. So as I said, input feed just creates an object from this input feed class, which takes in an input which can be either an image, webcam input, or a video stream, the source of a file. Also, we needed to create a new object called face detector, which is pretty much a face detection class which takes in the model name and also the input feed to determine the width and the height of the video. And we just need to iterate over all the streams and grab a specific frame from that list of streams and infer. So as I mentioned, we're gonna need a model for face detection, and there is a model that I'm using. Let me just create that models.lst. So this is going to be the file which the Open Model Zoo downloader is going to utilize for downloading the models. And the model in question, it is face detection ADAS binary, and this network features a pruned MobileNet backbone that includes a depth-wise convolutions to reduce the amount of computation for the 3x3 convolution block. So that's the model that we're going to be using. So now we need to build our Docker image. So use this command to build that, and just see that it is successfully built. I've built it before, so that's why it's using the cache one. So yeah, now we're gonna need to download all the modules in that models LST that I just told you. I have already have a command to do that. I just copied and pasted. So pretty much this just runs this script inside this Docker container which I've pre-built, and pretty much this takes in the list of models and saves it in the models directory. Let's run that. And that's pretty much done. So we have our two model files with the intermediate representations used by Intel OpenVINO, XML, and bin file. And now we can run inference. So we've downloaded our models. Now we can just run our main function and see if it works as expected. And I've went ahead and copied over the command that I use. Xhost pretty much just adds the current host name and or username to the list allowed to make connections to the graphics server. And then this command pretty much just runs the script inside the container, and at the same time mount my current working directory to /app, enabling the display and the video. In this case, this is my webcam, where my webcam is, and this is the username and the current directory, which is gonna be my model, my image. So the command I'm using, I'm just sourcing Intel's OpenVINO setup vars, and then running my main script, the one that we just built, passing an argument model, and then listing where the model was downloaded. And as you can see, there's the name of the model. And for the source, this is the input, and I want to show the bounding box. So as soon as I hit enter on this, it should work as expected and should be able to see a detected face. So yeah, so it worked. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna make another video just showing you how you can easily do this in just about a few clicks of a button, and then you're done. Thank you for watching.